Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carey Anderson with Dade County. I would like to thank you for joining us today on the Dade County Weekly Update. Remember, you can type in your question in the comment section of Facebook during the live update. We are also broadcasting this on YouTube for those of you who would prefer to watch it there, or if you know someone who doesn't have Facebook, you can also let them know that we are broadcasting live every Thursday at 3 to YouTube as well. If you don't want to ask your question during the live broadcast to Facebook, you can always email us at info@dadecounty-ga.gov. Thank you so much for coming to the right place for the right information. We have several guests today. Today we'll be hearing from Alliance for Dade Board Chair George Williams, Dade County School Superintendent Josh Ingle, and Dade County Executive Ted Rumley. Before we hear from them, I do have a few announcements for you. We are hiring in our dispatch center, so we are hiring 911 operators. If you are interested in that, you can actually apply online at dadecounty-ga.gov. The next thing that I want to mention to you is a Veterans Benefit Forum that will be held Saturday, February the 19th at 1:00 p.m. at Rising Fawn United Methodist Church. That's in Rising Fawn, Georgia, down on Highway 11. The forum is open to all veterans, spouses of veterans, and veteran service officers. The meeting will last no more than 2 hours, and attendees may depart at any time. There are no official sponsors designated for this meeting. It's not intended to be a solicitation for membership or enrollment by Veterans Administration Service organizations, religious clubs, or civil organization. It will be facilitated by Evan Belleville, who's a former Marine Vietnam veteran and veteran advocate. So if you have questions about that, you can email Evan at evan1@tvn.net. That information is on the screen in front of you. If you need to get in touch with Evan, you can give me a call, and I will make sure to give you his number or get him in touch with you. My telephone number is 423-290-6655.
Evan B1.
Evan B1, that's it, sorry. Evan B1, the number 1, at tvn.net. Thank you for that. We will be adding this to our calendar. We just got this information today, so it's not even on our calendar yet, but we will be adding it today so that you can also see the information there. Next, we'll hear from George Williams with the Alliance for Dade.
Thank you, Carey. It's a special day for the Alliance for Dade, your Chamber of Commerce. We actually hit a milestone. We have 101 investors in our organization as of today, so I'm really excited. Today I'm going to do the save the dates for you, and I just want to remind you that Monday is Valentine's Day, so if you haven't got that special gift for your sweetheart, I suggest you shop here in Dade County because we have places you can get candy and flowers and also those cards that you need for Valentine's Day, so don't forget it. So here are the events coming up. Beekeepers is going to meet on Monday at 7 p.m., that's Valentine's Day. There's a city monthly meeting that's going to be moved to Tuesday, the February the 15th. So the city's monthly meeting is going to meet on Tuesday rather than on Monday, and that's the 15th. The Optimist meeting Tuesday is at noon at Guthrie's on Tuesday the 15th. The Tri-State Cattlemen's meeting is Tuesday the 15th at 6:30 p.m. The book club for adults is Tuesday the 15th at 7 p.m. Davis Elementary Parent Workshop is on Tuesday the 15th. A lot going on Tuesday the 15th. The Trenton Dade Historical Preservation meeting is Wednesday the 16th at 2 p.m. Ready to Read preschool story time is Thursday the 17th at 10:30 a.m. Also on the 24th of February is Alliance for Dade event called Lunch and Learn. And more details will come out about that. That's a Thursday the 24th. Blue Ribbon Glow Run for the prevention of child abuse and neglect is on Friday, April 22nd, 8 p.m. Registration is open now through March 15th. Happening tomorrow and this weekend, 4-H Craft Night from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Call 706-657-4116 to register. Friends of Cloudland Canyon Love Bug Festival on from 11 to 1 at the Interpretive Center. We also need volunteers in our community at the clothing bank at the New Salem Methodist Church. Call Margie Ish at 727-415-3607 if you can help and volunteer there. And also the Tri-State Food Pantry is looking for volunteers as well, so please give them a call. That's my announcements for today. Oh, I'm sorry. I do have another one. The Lord's Harvest Food Distribution is the second Saturday of each month. It's located at Piney Grove Baptist Church, and it goes from 11:30 until the food is gone. So also plan on, put that on your calendar as well. I think that's it, isn't it, Carey? It is. All right, very good. Thank you. Josh Ingle.
Thank you, George. Just a few quick announcements from our school district. As George stated just a few moments ago, next week, Davis Elementary School will be hosting a parent workshop on February 15th. That's next Tuesday from 5:30 to 6:30, and the topics will include dealing with defiant behaviors, and then also going over some resources and strategies for parents or guardians who may have some students with disabilities. The guest speakers for that parent workshop will be Dr. Martha Plumley, who is currently a behavior teacher at Dade Elementary School, and then our district school psychologist, Ms. Karen Leggett. If you're interested in attending this event, please contact Davis Elementary at 706-657-6300. Again, that's Tuesday, February 15th from 5:30 to 6:30. Also next week, Dade Elementary will be hosting a virtual STEM night. Prior to COVID, Dade Elementary hosted this event in person, but now they've taken it online. So different grade levels at Dade Elementary School will have different challenges for students and parents to participate in the virtual STEM night. So that will take place next week, February the 17th. And if you have questions, please contact Dade Elementary School. So the virtual family STEM night will be taking place next week. That's February 17th. Also, if you're looking for a part-time job with full-time benefits, how about filling out an application to be a bus driver for with Dade County Schools? You can contact Brother John Smith at 706-657-7053. He will get you trained up and get you on a route quicker than you can imagine. So please feel free to contact John Smith. The last thing that Ms. Carey Anderson asked me to talk about is redistricting. And I know County Executive Rumley is going to be talking about this as well. But we look at this every 10 years after the census, and based on the current population in Dade County right now, the easiest way for me to explain this is based on the current population, there's roughly 16,000 people in Dade County. And mathematically, you would really want 4,000 people in each of the 4 districts. We have 4 county commissioners and 4 school board members that represent a district, and then each board has an at-large representative. Based on our current map that was adopted, I think, in 2004, and based on the current numbers, there's some disproportion. It's disproportionate. I think currently District 1 has about 3,000, or the population is at 3,000, where the others are just over 4,000. So we've reached out to the reapportionment office in Atlanta, and they've kind of redrawn the map to make it more proportionate. And so my understanding is it would not impact any current school board member or any current county commissioner. I know Mr. Rumley is going to be talking about this shortly, but this is something that we're looking at. Also, what about voting? It would not change anything about where you go vote. It's just basically allows, it would be allowing more people to run in District 1, which is currently our smallest district at this time. So if you have questions, please send those in to Ms. Carey Anderson, and County Executive Rumley will be sure to answer all those questions.
Thank you, Josh. I did tell you I was going to give everybody your home phone number where they can call you. But I'll start with the redistricting since we're on the subject. But I received a call. It's been about 3 weeks ago from Josh, and the state had contacted him about this. And it was a father's thing from our mind, and Josh's too. But the state, it's not just Dade County; it's over the whole state of Georgia. And they came up with that we're actually, we have 2 districts that were way out, about a little over 1,000 people out. And so, like he said, they have submitted a map to us. You can see it. That is a new one, isn't it? The one you've got on. And if you look, the map, it's pretty well self-explanatory. It'll show you the actual blue dots, and it shows what the old line was and what the new line will look like. And what it amounts to is you're going to have quite a few people, well, some in the Piney area and then some up on the upper part of Sand Mountain there where the Hunter's Trace and all that is, that will actually be in the North Dade district, which is Lamar Lowry's district. And what that means is, you vote, you still go and vote where you always vote, but those people there will be eligible to run for the North Dade district as far as school board or the county commission. And so that's pretty much the only change that we have as far as, inconvenience, if you call it inconvenience. That where it is when we first heard it, and we've got verbal and also written verification that those people will not have to change where they vote at all. It's the same precincts and all, but the only thing would be is just, the capability of being able to run for office. So it's something that the school board, I think they're going to discuss it, possibly take a vote on it at their next meeting. We'll discuss it in our March meeting and see where we stand at, as far as the map goes. And I think someone asked about do we have to do it? It's something, it's actually voted on and either passed or not by the county commission and the school board. And it's not something that you have to do as far as, Dade County, but if we do not do it, then we'll be challenged by the state and by many voters groups that are, actually trying to look at the fairness of voting in Georgia and other states too. So we could probably go through a lawsuit or whatever, but especially, if we were closer into the larger areas, Metro Atlanta and area, that's what's really important, is actually these districts are. And it would really be different too if we actually were like we were a few years ago and each commissioner was elected by his district only. The way it is right now, we're all really at large. Everyone votes for everyone. And that was my reasoning of, saying, well, why do we even need to do it, And but the state, they're the people that came in here. This is their map that they've drawn and their recommendation. So you'll be hearing a lot about it in the next few weeks, on into the school board meeting and on into our meeting. And if you got comments or, call me. Call or come by and talk to Josh or whatever. We'll show you give you a real drawing of the map, or you can download it or whatever, and just we'll kind of look it over and we're going to try to do what's right. We do have a public hearing. It hasn't got anything to do with redistricting, but going into this, a public hearing to discuss our joint City of Trenton Dade County hazard mitigation plan. This will be at City Hall. It's going to be on Tuesday the 15th, and it'll be at 5:30 in the evening. And it also will have a joint comprehensive plan meeting That's also on the 15th, but it'll be at 3 o'clock right here in this room. And the public's invited. That's what it is. It's actually a public hearing, public meeting, and non-formal. You'll be able to ask questions, and there'll be probably some breakout sessions, I guess, or whatever, because the Joint Comprehensive Plan meeting is actually held by our Northwest Georgia Regional Commission. They send a representative up here, and they'll actually he's a good guy. He knows a whole lot about this, and he can really guide us, and they've been really helpful over the years in doing this. The vaccinations, we still, fortunately, as you'll hear in our numbers, I got a report, actually my Monday report came in today, I don't know why, from the Board of Health out of Rome. And we're actually, I mentioned this last week, we were averaging around 90 to 100 people every 5 days testing positive in Dade County. And this right here is pretty good news because we're down to actually this week at 47. So we're going the right way anyway. And we've had 23 deaths, since it started. But that's a good number. This is a separate sheet than what I read to. This is actually directly from the Department of Health in Rome that I get usually on Mondays. But for some reason she was a little bit late sending it out. The testing locations are still the same: primary health care, Lawson Medical, Price Pharmacy, CVS Pharmacy, and also the family clinic up in Lookout Valley by Walmart. We're still having the free testing at Colonnade over in Ringo on 2A over there on Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 to 6. And also the at-home COVID testing kits. I know some people that's gotten these really started coming in. They were available to order online. And Carey's got that website posted on our website. So I think you're allowed still 4 to household, I believe what
They are,
what
for
it
the
is.
household.
I mentioned this morning too, we've got, this is something new too. We're actually going back through the property over here that we actually had sold, or we had put it up for sale back when the tornadoes, right before the tornadoes came through. We had turned it over to Potts Auction. We did have an auction there about 3 days after the tornado over there, and there wasn't hardly anybody came because it was torn all to pieces, the land over there. But it's over by the landfill, the old landfill used to be. It was some acreage that Larry Moore had bought back years and years ago to expand the landfill, if it was ever expanded. Of course, in '92, when the 5-man commission had taken over, that was all done away with and reclaimed over there, and so that land will never be used. But we've got some other things going on right now that we want to take that money and use it for. So that will be an online type auction. It'll actually not hit the market until probably next week when they get everything taken care of, all the advertisement, and there'll be brochures, and we've already had it surveyed back then. But also, from what I understand, it will be actually online for possibly 3 weeks, maybe a month, and then at the end of that, they will have actually a sale, a real sale, like a tent sale over there on the premises, and the actual numbers the way the bids will start will be that highest number bid on that parcel. I haven't got it in front of me, but I think there's like 8 parcels over there right now of property, and then they'll also be able to buy it as a whole. So, if you have been looking for a place to build a home or whatever, it's in a nice area over there, you never got to worry about a landfill being beside you, because that'll never happen. Once that's signed off on, which will be about 4 years now, 3 years from now, I think. That'll be property of the counties forever, right beside it, and it'll probably be probably walking trails or whatever. It's limited to what can be done with the property that's beside this property. So you're kind of protected all the way around. It fronts the Back Valley Road, and it's got 6-inch main going down to get plenty of water. You will be on septic tanks, but there's a lot. I think there'll be a lot of people interested in it, especially younger people that are wanting to build new homes and even relocate here to Dade County. So you'll be seeing a lot about that after next week. Carey will have some posts on it, and we'll have that on there. Anything else, Carey, I'm missing besides my report?
That's it. That's all we've got.
Yeah. I'll go into my COVID report here in Dade County. In the last 2 weeks, now this was in the last week, I told you just a minute ago it was 47, but in the last 2 weeks, we've had 115 tests positive in Dade County. That puts our number up to 22,000. 433 positive tests in Dade County since the pandemic started. We've had 95 hospitalizations, and let me make sure this is right here. On the health report here from Rome today, it was 23. We've got one more. We've got one more here to add to that. Yeah, so we've had 24 deaths now in Dade County since the beginning. Walker County, they've had 762 in the last 2 weeks positive, and that puts their total number to 13,070. Catoosa County, they've had 753 in the last 2 weeks. Their number is 12,060 in Catoosa. Chattooga County, they've had 297 in the last 2 weeks. That puts their top number into 5,171. And I'll go ahead and do Whitfield. Whitfield, they've had 1,186 people in the last 2 weeks, and their top number is 26,896. Excuse me. Of course, Whitfield's a lot larger, county than ours. Since yesterday in the state of Georgia, they've had 3,512 confirmed positive cases, and they've had 167 deaths. That's in the whole state. That's just since yesterday. They've had 227 hospitalizations. In Tennessee, moving into Hamilton County, as we speak right now, they've got 5,474 active cases in Hamilton County. Their top number is 94,633. That's since the beginning of the pandemic. They've also had 88,147 out of that 94,633 that have recovered from it. They've had 1,012 people die from the pandemic. Moving down to Marion County, they have 774 active as we speak. That puts their numbers up to 8,455 in Marion County. Out of that, they've had 7,563 recovered with 118 deaths. Grundy County, they have 327 active. Their top number is 3,840 in Grundy County. They've had 327 recoveries and 67 deaths. Let's move down to Alabama now, down to Jackson County. Jackson County, they've actually, their number is 14,686 positive since it started. They've had 161 cases test positive in the last 7 days, and they've had 214 deaths. DeKalb County, they are at 18,252 for their top number and their total number of positive. They've actually had 299 deaths. They've had 121 cases test positive in 7 days. So their numbers are pretty high there in those two counties, because that's a 7-day report compared to a 14-day. And the reason Tennessee's different, they report their numbers different. They actually have the ability to give us the actual true active cases that are out or in public today as we speak. The other counties or other states, Georgia, and the other counties do not have that, and also our health department. So it's still, still out there, still try to be careful. Wear your mask, use common sense, wear your mask where you feel that you need to. There's no one forcing you to do that. No one forcing you to get the vaccine. But just kind of look around you, talk to your doctor, get their opinion, and just be safe. Try to, if you're around people that you're not sure are in close quarters with people that you're not sure of, other than your family, use precaution. Take your mask with you. But got any questions?
There are no questions today, but one thing to note is this is the first week since Omicron, the Omicron variant came in, that we had a decrease in active cases in every county we report on. So there was a decrease in every county this time, not an increase. So that's good.
That's a good thing.
That's a great thing.
Yes,
so
hopefully that'll keep up, especially with, we've got, the weather is changing. It's pretty outside, and hopefully, we still got some winter ahead, but at least people now can get out and get some fresh air, and there's no more major holidays, Valentine's Day. I'm glad you mentioned that, George, because every once in a while there is somebody that thinks about that Monday evening on the way home, from work, and you're getting a really fidget, and you go through, and so that's good. This Monday is Valentine's Day, so just remember that.
Yep.
My number is 423-667-8999, and as always, call me if you've got any questions. 657-4625 is our number here. Other commissioners, they're just like me to answer their phone. Their numbers are posted online, and I do appreciate everyone tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you back next week. You got anything to add? Okay. Well, you stood up like he's going, like, hey, my number is, yeah.
Going out the door.
Okay, he's running. But we do appreciate everyone. Thank you so much.